We begin this morning with a White House under siege as President Trump started a 9-day, 4-country visit through the Middle East and Europe. The political turmoil surrounding his presidency is widening. Mr. Trump and the First Lady received a red carpet welcome when they arrived in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia this morning, his first stop.
But 2 damaging reports came out on Friday, shortly after the president left the United States. Both are connected to the investigations into Russian interference in the U.S. presidential election. Major Garrett is traveling with the president in Saudi Arabia, but we'll start with Errol Barnett in our Washington bureau, who has the latest on the controversies clouding this White House. Errol, good morning.
Good morning. There seems to be a steady stream of damaging leaks coming from sources inside the White House and elsewhere in government concerning the Russia investigations. Also late Friday, we learned former FBI Director James Comey will testify before the Senate Intelligence Committee in his first official public appearance since his firing. Questions over the president's actions persist, despite Mr. Trump wanting to move on. President Trump appeared upbeat as he left the White House alongside First Lady Melania Trump Friday. But simultaneously, the New York Times published comments the president made while meeting with the Russian ambassador and foreign minister last week, the day after he fired FBI Director James Comey. According to notes of the meeting read to the Times, Mr. Trump said, "I just fired the head of the FBI. He was crazy, a real nut job." Also adding, "I faced great pressure because of Russia. That's taken off." Responding to that, Senator Patrick Leahy in a tweet wrote, "This is what obstruction looks like." The White House did not dispute the quotes. Press Secretary Sean Spicer issued this statement, quote, "By grandstanding and politicizing the investigation into Russia's actions, James Comey created unnecessary pressure. Once again, our national security has been undermined by the leaking of private and highly classified conversations."
I think it divides the country. I think we have a very divided country because of that and many other things.
During a joint press conference with Colombia's president Thursday, Mr. Trump was asked his thoughts on Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein appointing former FBI Director Robert Mueller as a special prosecutor to investigate collusion with Russia.
Well, I respect the move, but the entire thing has been a witch hunt, and there is no collusion between certainly myself and my campaign. But I can always speak for myself and the Russians, zero.
Rosenstein, who the White House initially cited as establishing the basis for Comey's firing, briefed the House and Senate on his decision to appoint Mueller as a special counsel. Democratic Senator Claire McCaskill.
He did acknowledge that he learned Comey would be removed prior to him writing his memo.
Also emerging Friday is a report from the Washington Post on the FBI investigation. It says the agency has identified a current White House official as a significant person of interest. The White House responded, quote, "A thorough investigation will confirm that there was no collusion between the campaign and any foreign entity." Alex?
Errol Barnett in our Washington bureau. Thanks, Errol.